let's dive right into Sony right now. I actually missed the beginning of the Sony press conference, but I went through like the notes from the beginning of the show, and apparently they showed Call of Duty. So I think Call of Duty is a big game, so we have to talk about it.
Which one are we on?
We are on Call of Duty World War II, I think.
I don't think they showed
gameplay.
They just showed like the cutscenes.
Yeah, okay, they just showed cutscenes.
Yeah. I don't think they show any like gameplay of the game.
Probably just gonna be another Call of Duty game.
Yeah. I mean, but they're going back to their roots. Like Call of Duty.
What made Call of Duty Call of Duty? What made it good? So yeah.
Like Call of Duty 2 on the 360 was the first one that I played, and that was World War II, and that was like the only game out on the system at the time, and that's what made me fall in love with the series. And that's what made me like really enjoy the Call of Duty.
Big red one?
Not
that
the big red one.
I played that one.
No, I think
that one was good.
I think Call of Duty 2 was a remake of the big red one.
Oh,
so
okay.
You might be right.
I don't know. It says Call of Duty 2.
Yeah. So it was on the PS2, and then they just called it Call of Duty 2 when they brought it to the 360. X360, yeah.
I know Modern Warfare 2. That's what made me fall. That was that game. You had to have that game. That was that game. That's when I really fell in love. That's when I really fell in love.
I really like the guns on there.
Yeah.
They should bring those guns.
Yeah, and everybody knows those maps too. Like
the
little airport, the airport one. Yeah, but everybody knows that was great.
Didn't they bring that back with the last game?
Did they? I don't know. With the last game, but
wasn't the last one where they did the futuristic jetpacks?
See, I'm not about any of the futuristic stuff.
I didn't like
the
that.
last 2 or 3 have been.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. It felt like Halo-y.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even like Halo now that it has jetpacks and everything.
Really?
And like the whole ground pound shield thing. I'm like, no, this isn't what I want. I don't need abilities. Just give me Halo. Like, y'all are messing it up. But Sony, Call of Duty, really Sony overall. Let's just get that out of the way. It was my birthday and everything. I was coming home. I was very excited to get my Sony press conference. And I was disappointed. Like they didn't really show anything new. They showed us new gameplay, new footage from like stuff that they announced last year. They had a lot of stuff about VR, which is really cool. Yeah. I'm all about that.
They did a lot about VR.
Yeah, they showed a lot of stuff, and there's some games like Super Hot, which looks really impressive. I can't explain it. I try to explain it to someone else.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are just gonna have to watch a video. But that looks really good.
Not doing it.
They showed Spider-Man last year?
They showed Spider-Man last year. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Everything. Spider-Man, God of War,
I had
Detroit.
seen God of War forever ago.
Yeah.
So.
All of that was shown last year.
And then the new thing for Detroit was not good.
Yeah. Well, but with the VR, since we started that conversation, they showed Skyrim in VR.
Yeah, I saw that.
How do you guys feel about it?
I have no idea.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the Fallout series. I know Skyrim and Fallout have, they're in the similar vein. So the fact that you're going to be able to be in a RPG, free roaming RPG, and be able to like see it now.
I don't know about virtual reality.
I would say the regular game is a lot. Yeah. Like playing Skyrim is a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm not even. I
mean, adding the virtual reality aspect to it.
I'm for it. It's an experience with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's gonna take some games.
It'll be a lot. Like
I feel like it's gonna be like in Resident Evil with the VR. It's very it's not very choppy. It's playable, but the way you move is just kind of like you're kind of jerking
why
around.
would you play Resident Evil in VR?
Because you hate yourself.
Yeah, like that's
and you want to give
scary.
yourself nightmares.
Dude, I would never. No, never.
Yeah.
Man,
but
Resident Evil. That's a series right there.
Like the way that you play Skyrim games and Fallout games, because that's going to be in VR as well, where it's like hours at a time. I can't imagine being in the VR realm for that long.
Like
it's good for like in and out, like
Skyrim, you have to plan it.
like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude, you have
set
to
up a whole day.
Yeah. If not, you'll just be.
All right, this Saturday.
Don't come out here. Just stay in there.
It's like, and it's not even planning to beat it. It's planning to get this one thing. All right, I want this. What do I need to do to get it?
Yeah,
exactly.
That's Skyrim. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I need to go find some obsidian so I can get that armor.
I think the virtual reality. I mean, I think it'd be cool, but I think it'd be a lot. Like it's a lot for that game.
Imagine the mods. Like when,
as far as well,
like if you play it on the computer, right?
Yeah.
Do they still have that VR aspect added to it?
Yeah, it's gonna be on the computer one too.
So imagine if developers can modify the game now with the augmented or the virtual reality in that too. That's gonna take it to a whole new level.
I wonder if they can, because they did talk a lot about like user mods and like consumers making mods for the game.
Sony should be able to.
Yeah.
That VR is, it's...
Yeah.
They should be able to do something with that. Not so much the PC. I'm not sure yet. Maybe.
My only thing was with the PC, I know a lot of, even with Fallout, they have so many like fans that just go ahead and create their own like templates or their own custom made games, like make their own god modes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if they're going to do that in Skyrim now and have that virtual reality aspect to it, then you can only imagine how crazy these fans are going to go and just like...
They're going to be playing with characters that's on both sides of the screen.
Yeah. Man, it's going to be crazy. I didn't know that they were bringing that to PlayStation, though. That's cool.
Yeah.
So the Xbox One X will not have that.
Xbox One X will not have that.
Okay,
Xbox,
so
they seem to be veering away. But I mean, Xbox does have the HoloLens. I don't know if you know anything about that. They didn't show anything.
What is that?
We'll have to talk about that another time.
Okay.
But
Bookmark.
yeah, that's definitely something to look into. I'll write it down for later. But so Sony not really showing much of interest in my opinion. So I just want to move into Detroit. The Detroit Become Human. That's the Android one.
that seemed interesting. There was this PS3 or PS4 game. What was it called? Like Silent Rain, I think, or something like that. It's one of those click-based. All right, what move do you want to make? What decision do you want to make? And seeing that in the trailer, there's so many like different ways you can go throughout the game. So I think that aspect is going to make it interesting.
You said this was only on PC or was it on PS3? Because I know of Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain, that's what I'm talking about. That kind of game where it's kind of like a story mode, but you have to make your own decisions. Seeing that in the Detroit Become Human, Become Human game trailer was interesting because it's like there's so many options you can take. But I'm curious about the backstory with the whole Android concept.
Okay.
Because you see a lot of movies, a lot of books kind of explore that, but it's going to be interesting to see it in a game and whether or not the main character who's practically fighting all these rogue androids, will he become a rogue android in the end? I think that's a big question for me because
when Ja'Cory was here. When Ja'Cory was here, he was saying that it was giving him Blade Runner vibes.
Yeah, definitely. We had to watch that movie and read the book actually for one of my classes last semester. So I was definitely drawing parallels between that while watching the trailer. But I think this one deals more with like there's that whole... What was that movie with Tom Cruise where he stops people before they commit crimes? What was that movie called?
Idea what that is.
Man.
You sure it's Tom Cruise?
I think it's Tom Cruise. Basically, they're a crime prevention group that stops crimes before they happen because they can see in people's heads.
Okay.
So I'm wondering for this game, how is it that they're able to... even get to the rogue androids? Like, do they have a database? Are they like, do they control their thoughts in a sense? Like, do they monitor that and like run it through a system or whatever? I was kind of seeing that when I was watching the trailer, but definitely.
I mean, at least for the trailer that we saw, it doesn't look like they can foresee what happens.
Right.
He already had the little girl dangling her off the edge.
Yeah, true.
I liked. So the one that we saw at the actual conference, Detroit, I was confused and I didn't really know if I liked it.
Yeah, the new trailer, like we were saying earlier, everything that they showed at Sony was stuff that they showed last year. So I showed Asar the trailer from last year because I feel like that was a better trailer.
I saw that for the first time too, and I thought it was a lot better. It gave the game a much better representation. Yeah. But I like the whole idea of like android robot type thing playing with the idea of humanity. I always like that in TV shows and movies like iRobot and Westworld. All that stuff is really interesting to me. So seeing it in an actual game, I feel like it'd be fun. I didn't get that vibe from the trailer that they showed at the E3 conference this year. I got it from
it's like a revolution kind of thing where they're just in the streets.
Exactly. So I mean, but actually now putting two and two together does give me like... So it does give me a vibe like the androids are realizing, we actually have emotions we feel now too, and we're revolting. That's what I got from that one. That other one I got like decision making. I'm studying like what's making these. Yeah. I'm an android myself, and I'm studying what's making these androids. go rogue and like and I feel like he's eventually gonna learn like, oh, maybe I have feelings too, maybe these people are taking advantage of me. I don't know, I feel like it'd be fun, especially since you get to pick your decision. I felt like there was a lot of decisions to be made in that one little scene, but I thought it'd be cool.
I feel like in this the trailer from this conference, they're trying to show the more chaotic gameplay, but I feel like that was a bad thing to focus on because that's just not what the game is about. It is about the decision making and like creating your own story.
I like the detective aspect of the game, and as somebody who's like a big fan of like Ace Attorney and Phoenix Wright, kind of series of games, I like the fact that you can investigate the scenes. It seems like he was recreating what happened, like when somebody got killed. It was like it showed like a rewind, and it's like this is how they got killed, and they lay it all out. I guess as an android, that's their special ability to be able to recreate stuff in their head. So that should be interesting. Yeah.
I'll play it. I think it'd be cool. Yeah, I'll give it a buy.
Yeah, I mean, last year when I saw the trailer, I was like, this looks like everything that I'm about. Yeah. Because even the BioWare games with like Dragon Age and Mass Effect, as we were talking about earlier, those are like decision-based games. So, yeah. But this trailer, I was like, no.
Yeah, no, the trailer.
Not really doing it for me.
Yeah, I didn't like that trailer either. But the one that you showed us definitely gave a better representation.
Alright, now let's jump into God of War. You're all like God of War fans, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I never played the game before, but I've always seen the gameplay and the trailers and stuff. I was just like, wow, man, that's one game that I would love to play.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, that part. That part.
Just to put it in that part.
Yep. But that seems crazy, man. The monsters keep getting bigger and bigger, which is good. More detail. I think it's interesting how they're going into the main character's backstory, kind of, and now he has a son.
Yeah, I think it's weird seeing him kind of like escort his son through this world.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to be more of a nuisance than, I guess, a bonus to the game?
I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a nuisance at all. Are you familiar with like
defend your son while all these bad guys are trying to like come after him? I think that would be the only part where it would suck because you have to worry about his back instead of just your own.
Yeah. Are you familiar with like The Last of Us at all?
Last of Us, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's another game where you're like you have Ellie with you the entire game, your daughter pretty much, and it's not really a hindrance or anything. You're not really bothered by her. She's not. For the most part, she can take care of herself.
That's good. Then.
She's not just doing dumb stuff and like running off into the middle of battle. Like, what? Now I gotta go out there.
You gotta go get her.
So yeah, I don't think his son is gonna do anything like that. I trust him in that sense.
Okay.
From the first trailer that I saw way back when they first introduced it, I thought you were gonna play as the son. I thought it was gonna be a whole. He teaches the son how to, and he becomes, and the son is now this new.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought they were gonna make the switch to where you play as the son, and you're learning how to go about everything he does. So
I feel like it would be odd if you don't, almost like kind of like a more accelerated story of what was the new Wolverine movie? Logan. Yeah. Logan. So kind of like an accelerated version of that story.
Yeah, that's what that's exactly. That was the vibe I was getting from the original trailer. But this one, it seems like you could be playing. It's really his story. He's just escorting his son and being a dad, I guess. I don't know. For some reason, I just have a feel that that's still just very early in the story, and that it will make that switch to him. Okay, that'd be cool. I think it'd be cool. I like the God of War series. They're always fun.
What about you, Nate?
Yeah, I'm for it. I think it is the best series on PlayStation. Like I said, and that's why I have a lot of high hopes for this game. I do believe. I just don't want to be disappointed. So I will say this game has but this game has a lot of pressure. Like if they don't do well on this game, I'm not sure if they can save their year.
Did you play Ascension?
No, that's the only one I didn't play. But this game has like made their console for years.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people that bought specifically PlayStation for God of War.
Just for God of War.
Like I said, I want this.
You're saying that this game isn't good. You don't know if it can save Sony. Like Sony's gonna be in trouble if this game isn't good.
The PS4 system will. Yeah, because like over the years, from what I mean, I myself have adopted a love for the game. But I will say this game is a game changer. Like. I want it to be the best, because it is the best series. So I want it to be the best. I expect for it to be the best game of the year, game of the year. That's what I expect. It probably won't, you know what I'm saying? But
Got high hopes, bro.
Yeah, but I would say I was very interested in the gameplay that we seen today.
Mm-hmm.
The first, was that the same trailer?
That was the same trailer from E3.
So I mean, I was worried about the combat, but I'm seeing how they can open it up and how they can change it and get a little bit more combat in there, because that's, I think, one of the big aspects of the game. You have to be able to have that. But inside the trailer, it looked restricted at first, but once I watched it again, I was like, oh, all right, I can see how they can, by the time the game comes, how they can manage to have it where it's a great fighting, complex in it. But
And correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like a hack and slash kind of game, right?
what you mean hack and slash?
Like hordes of enemies come at you, whether it's like a big boss and he's got his minions around you or him, and you just
in
like
a
chop
sense,
them up,
just
beat 'em
like
up.
that Shadow of War game that we have is
Just
not
like that.
entirely like that, but yes, it's
I wouldn't
the
call
same
it a
type of
hack and
thing.
Yeah, I
slash.
wouldn't say.
You can, it's
Hack and slash seems kind of like button mashing to me.
it's like you have to improve in order to do more, in a sense.
Okay.
Type of game.
And you have to actually come up with combos.
Yeah.
Stuff like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I mean, it's
Yeah, definitely not hack and slash. Just a little bit more involved into the gameplay of it.
Oh, excuse me. I'm being educated. Yeah, I like that.
like countering and all of that type of stuff. That's
Okay.
That's what kind of game it is.
That was cool, man. That's cool in my book.
But the king of countering closed out the show with a game that
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be the last thing with I didn't think it was gonna be the mic drop of the show. I was amazed that
It was.
seeing Miles at the end of it was like, okay, we're out, like, bye. But Spider-Man. Well,
Great game. I bet
Yeah,
it's great.
Spider-Man.
I don't have anything negative to say, really.
Yeah.
I mean, that trailer was the best.
Yeah, it was dope.
best trailer at E3.
It was.
And the
honestly.
fighting mechanics, like the fact that
dope.
he's like countering and using his environment to defeat his enemies. I mean, that's always been a staple of the Spider-Man games, but I feel like now, like what we saw in the
like
trailer.
when he pulled out that crane.
Yeah,
Like, spun
I
it
think
around and
yeah,
knocked him
It's
off.
the freeze of the environment.
yeah.
It's just like it looks like you can literally just do whatever you want to do.
Exactly.
With Spider-Man, you know,
Yep.
you want to grab, you can just literally just it just looks really, really good. So I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest buff when it comes to the actual storyline of Spider-Man and all the bad guys. I only know like the main movies that came out and stuff like that. But the game itself looked really cool, and the backstory, I guess, with that whole I don't know, the guy that was in the orange jumpsuit and everything.
Wilson Fisk.
Yeah, that guy, like that would be something that I'd have to learn about as I play the game, but it seemed really cool because, you know, it actually has context to it and it's not your regular beat what's the dude? Venom or beat like, you know,
Green Goblin.
Green Goblin, those
yeah.
one of those main, you know, villains. They got somebody else, and somebody that I don't know about. So it's like you gotta kind of know your history. I guess that's where the cult fans will be able to be like, oh yeah, you gave us one, you know, like you know about this. So, that's cool.
I'm just hoping the story is good too as well.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I'm not coming in like the gameplay can be great, but if it's a crap story, then
Yeah.
I don't know. I still might play it just for
I
gameplay.
really
oh no, yeah, I would play it.
I really
play it,
feel
but I'll be
it's-
annoyed if it's
That's not a part of
crap
it.
story.
I think they made that just for. I don't even think any of that is a part
game.
of the story. It just looks like they made that just for the E3 like type of deal. So.
I know it won't look that smooth when I'm playing it for sure.
Yeah, so looking that smooth, what did you guys think about the gameplay of it?
I thought it was really
It looked-
smooth.
It's very interactive.
It looks like a lot of like quick time events to me.
Yeah.
Where it's just like press this button.
Yeah, press
this
where it
button.
pops up, triangle, all that stuff. Yeah.
Which
Yeah. I think
what
that
do you disagree?
I would say. I mean,
that can the fighting
that
looks
can
smooth and
really-
everything, but
that could get redundant.
when you were like flying,
I don't think
like,
the whole game is.
swinging
No,
through the
it just
city, it was
look-
like quick time, quick time, quick time.
Well, I mean, to me, it looked like it looked like on the big scenes there was like the quick time, like press triangle and like the triggers there. But like during the fighting, it looked like it was all just like combo. Like he was just doing that. Like
I think when you're playing the game, you're not even gonna realize that because you're gonna be focused on trying to click the button as fast as possible.
Yeah, hopefully.
Like when you're in the situation, no,
he's saying no.
Yeah, I don't know,
man. It's because you feel it too. You gotta think with these controllers, man. You feel the tension in the controller when it starts vibrating. So you're like, dang, man, I gotta do something quick. Like tap, or use the shoulder buttons or whatever. Like you gotta make a move. So I think it's gonna prompt you if anything. But I don't think the whole like fighting sequences and the mission sequences are gonna consist of those.
Press square.
It's gonna be more like in dire situations. Because you saw he had a helicopter that was about to fall, and you got the crane and everything. Like you got to make those decisions.
Yeah, for those parts, I feel like very cinematic scenes and not
which I like.
Or if they are going to keep it in the game, make it harder.
Yeah,
don't just mash that one button. When you see something coming, mash X. Make it like a series of stuff that I have to do to make it fun.
Yeah. Don't they do that in like the Naruto games where you have to like press a certain combination of like buttons in order to
perform in the story.
Yeah.
I mean, in the story they kind of have like quick time.
Yeah, like that, and they switch it up. So yeah, switching it up would be good. I think.
I don't think it'll be all the quick time stuff though. So.
Yeah, hopefully, because we were talking about the old Dragon Ball Z game earlier, and the one that's kind of open world-ish. Like the fighting for that one, it's not really like all quick time, but it's like you press 3 buttons, you do like a 3-button combo, and then you clash, and then it's basically like rock paper scissors.
Oh wow, no.
Yeah, and that was all.
That's absolutely not. That's dumb.
That's how some of the old DBZ games.
No, they weren't. Like you had to. They were like you had to do combos. I remember. Like the Spirit Bomb, that was my favorite one. You had to press like a bunch together.
What game am I thinking about?
I think the one that I'm
you
thinking
and your opponent meet, you have to
rock papers.
It's not rock paper scissors, but you have to win the little fight battle.
Yeah, but is that like one of the things where you're like pressing the button? Like
and then whoever wins, they take over the fight. Like they take over that little part of the fight.
See, this one
they do that with like UFC games.
Yeah, but this one was literally like you press 3 buttons, you clash, and then you press like X, circle, or square, and the other person has to press X, circle, or square, and that's it. Whoever wins that
gets the hit.
Yeah.
No.
And then you separate again.
No.
Then
you gotta do it again.
Repeat over and over. Pretty much. That's like what it came down to.
So you couldn't do any of like the special moves like Kamehameha.
I mean, you can still do like special moves, but like if you're just doing like normal
I thought
fighting.
You were saying like if you and the person that you're fighting end up doing an attack at the same time, and y'all just meet in the middle of the little fighting thing, and the person that wins that,
this one. I mean, I think it was like supposed to be like that, but it happened way too frequently. But
just for the record, by the way, I want to correct myself. The Xbox One X is coming out November 7th.
Okay.
This year.
All right.
And not August.
Still should get the PS4.
We'll see. Because my whole thing is like...
The Pro's already out, though.
Yeah, like, by the time I get the Pro, they'll probably have made a new system like the next 2 years, 3 years from now.
I think you have like 3 or 4.
3 or 4 years. With the Xbox One X, I feel like it's going to have some longevity to it. It has to.
$500 though.
It is a lot of money. I ain't gonna lie, but
it's $500.
That's 4K gaming, bro.
I think it's $4.99.
You can't.
Retail.
$500.
Yeah, $4.99. Yeah, $4.99.
No.
But let's drop
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Let's jump into the last reason that you should get a PS4 instead of an Xbox. This game wasn't actually shown at the PlayStation press conference. It was shown at a orchestra event that they had the night before. Kingdom Hearts 3. Ryan's been waiting for this for a long time.
Bro, the original game came out in 2002. 2002.
I've heard of it before.
The second one, it's a great game. The second one came out in 2005. It is now 2017. We've seen gameplay for this forever ago.
For years.
I've been waiting for this game for the longest time. They kept putting out Kingdom Hearts 15 by 18. All kinds of nonsense.
15 by 18.
All kinds of nonsense like that. I just want Kingdom Hearts 3.
What do you love the most about Kingdom Hearts? The story mode? Like the story mode aspect of the game, or the characters, or the fighting?
All of the above.
All of the above.
I mean, maybe I fell in love with it because I was really like a kid when I was playing.
I was when I was younger. The fact that they included so many stars, I was like, oh wow, this is a very intense game.
And you could go to a bunch of different worlds and all that stuff. Yeah, I fell in love with it back then. So I mean, I'll be very disappointed if it sucks. I'm still gonna play it. I'm gonna buy it as soon as it comes out. I'm gonna give it a try. But I mean, who knows when it's gonna come out?
What kind of world is it? Because I think the last one was like I don't think that's RPG, but you have to. What is Final Fantasy? Like what is that?
It is.
What do you mean, like
that's
a JRPG?
JRPG.
Yeah.
Wasn't that how the old Kingdom Hearts was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not turn based though, right?
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
It's like an action game.
Yeah, it's
action.
It's not
an action
turn based.
RPG.
Yeah, it's not turn based. But yeah, no, it was cool because you like, and then I remember that so like you start off in different worlds and then traveling to different worlds. You actually, it's like a game as well. You build a ship or whatever, and you fight all these things in between rocks and stuff. And you get to the new world, and it's like they had the mermaid world with Ariel, all that kind of stuff. Halloween Town, which was my personal favorite, first one. And then they added all kinds of places like Mickey's Kingdom. And the second one, they added the Lion King world. Mm-hmm. So they added all kinds of places. And then, I mean, the story got really convoluted. I can't really follow the story anymore. Yeah. It started off originally with Heartless, and then it moved on to Nobodies and Heartless. And then they added all the nonsense in between.
I mean, it was years ago.
Yeah.
It was a whole lifetime ago.
Yeah, all that nonsense. It really was. It really was. Yeah. It really was, man. Like, I was elementary school. Mm-hmm. I was playing those, so... But yeah, I've been waiting for forever. So hopefully when it does come out, it doesn't disappoint. Mm-hmm. But it's not going to come out for forever. So
yeah. They released Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 on the PS4. So I'm going to have to try it one day. But
they released it on the PS4?
It doesn't seem like 3's coming, so I'm in no rush.
They really did?
They did.
They remade it. I seen that. I just skipped over it. Yeah, they did.
That's how you know it's not coming for a while.
It's not.
They just want everybody to replay the first and second one.
Yeah, $30.
That's it.
Indefinitely.
But yeah, no, that's definitely my favorite game. Been waiting for it forever. So